Or Chapter 8, Clearing and Grading. Sorry. Chapter 8 was Cleaning and Grading. Practical Guide, Pipeline Construction Inspector, SEPA Foundation, INGO Foundation, published March 2016. And then we're on Chapter 8, Clearing and Grading. Overview: clearing and grading is the next phase of the pipeline construction after surveying the pipeline right away, but the bridge prepared for the upcoming of the pipeline installation activity. Keep steps of the clearing of the grading and the process that typically include cutting, removal, the burning of the tree, of the brush, of the debris of the pipeline right away, the timber salt with the recovery of the temporary storage of the useful of the wrench timber from right away, unsalvageable timber disposal, the removal, the elimination on site of the non-merchandise, the timber of the brush, with typically mulching or burning, grubbing, the removal of the tree stuff with the large roots with a specific area of the right away, the use of the non-merchantable timber often called riprap, corduroy, or rollback to build roads, pathways for vehicles, equipment to do with the crate, and barriers, erosion control, preparation, maintenance of right-of-way access, frost packing for the winter activity line, location buried utilities, fencing, agricultural land, stripping and storage of the topsoil of the later debris, and distributed after pipeline has been backfilled. Within some cases, the grade rock of the blasting, excavation removal may be required. Inputs. As part of the preparing inspection during the cleaning and the grading process, the inspector will continually familiarize himself with the relevant aspect of the key of the drawing, document the drawing of the owner, company technical specification identified in Table 30. A3. Execution. When the work is being executed, the inspector is required to monitor the workmanship report of the project with the periodic basis. Typical items of the inspector monitoring during the cleaning of the grading will be processed that are identified in the series checklist detailed in Table 29. Table 29. Prior to commencing with the only daily basis, ensure the key issue that have been identified in detail and addressed in Table 31. Safety monitoring operation that dealing with the relevant the owner and copywriter, project safety requirements, safety environmental conditions. Identify specific items should be monitored through the cleaning of the grading operation, specifically the owner of the company and project specific environmental protection plan. Clearing, monitoring adherence to the owner right of the owner company project safety requirements. Clearing of the cutting of the brush and the trees. Temporary workspaces. Temporary workspaces are also known as pushouts, allowing the maneuvering of the equipment to turn around, possible temporary decking, storage area for the salvage timber, access roads, existing roads, use the temporary transport equipment is supplied with the right of way with no roads, temporary access of the road with construction or removed after construction has been completed. It's imperative that all access roads are compatible with this withstand the loads of being transported frequently. Intended the use of the access roads need to be constructed that have been approved. The inspector will ensure that the construction of the detailed owner copy of the project specific requirements. Gates and fences, existing structures that should be altered with the accommodate with the construction operation will be permissible to return to the original state after construction is complete. New fencing and structures impeded with the erected with the contained livestock where is possible. The terminated return to original state after construction is completed. The gates will be installed. Allow in most cases for the permanent access of the pipeline facilities. Buried facilities, in most cases, they exist. Buried facilities with the right of way of the existing pipeline will require the temporary above ground mechanical support, typically earthen raft of the mats if they're installed before construction. Equipment that can cross the surface to prevent undue stress, permanent potential damage underground facilities. Your timber incorporated with the item, the removal of the salve, the disposal of the timber, and brush, included with the consideration of specific water course. Landowners crop the removal of the requirement the contractor may cut the remove of the cut of the right of way, the shore per condition established with the treatment of the owner of the company with the landowner requirement to discuss the crossing plan. Environmental inspector identifies specific requirements of the clearing curve of the near water course. Grubbing the ensure with the subsoil with the free with the stump of the roots with the debris with eliminate possibility damage of the piping the soil with the blaze back and with the pipeline trenching during the backfill snow berms. Address specifically consideration related with the creating of the snowpile primarily to preventing the freezing of the pipeline trench. Grade block blasting and removal of the grade block blasting is well with the third-party contractor may be required with the clear the case over the rock is too however the break for the ripping of the blasting operation required with the extra caution and the awareness due to the associated safety risk. All requirements listed and approved with blasting so should be and monitored. For swamp musket specific consideration relating to land particularly sensitive to the construction activity topsoil. Stripping the topsoil, whether the topsoil segregated the depth of the width is defined with the owner's company specification, segregated with the amount of the salvage, stockpiled on side, right of way to spread off the back area of the file and grading of it as complete. Grading refers to leveling of the pipeline right away so that the construction can proceed smoothly, safe along the right of way. Grade includes the topsoil, stripping the piling as well with the installation to flumes ditches that run next to the existing pipe trench and bridges. Alright, 8.4 output. Inspector required that the report of the workmanship progress of the periodic base of the base and the completing of the various part and report of the each of the work day with the end of the week report. Performance relating process of the owner of the company project, specifically, however, the best practice of the reporting requirements are clearing grade and period on table 46. Alright, detailed checklist clearing and the grading of the typical input requirement of the clearing of the grading and inspection. Table 30 with the information requirement of the clearing of the grading. All design drawing specifications developed the owner of the company with the contractor with clearing of the grading as access road drawing, grade drawings, grading drawings, line list, special concern with each of the landowner. Contract agreement, the clearing, grading, the road use, the crossing, buried facility, timber, salvage, construction survey, permit related environmental road use, burning and blasting. Owner company safety, specifically safety plan, but not included, limited to traffic control plan. Requirement, personal protective equipment and procedure working near overhead power lines, emergency medical service, blasting survey, project specific environmental protection plan, detail clearing, grading requirements of the following, but not limited to the work, water courses, wetlands, muscade, swamp areas, wildlife habitats, migratory routes. Other project specific safety plan, specific plans may include access road plans, blasting, grading plan, burning plan, timber, salvage plan, fire prevention, firefighting plan, heritage sites. Table 31, prior to commencement of the work, participate in the detailed meetings that address job safety, hazard, identification issue, environmental concern with the duty, and inspector, pipeline contractor, tailgating meetings are required. Ad hoc meeting with the contractor to discuss clearly questions of the concern, ensure the pre-blast survey is conducted and documented, ensure well water monitoring system is installed and functional. Table 32, safety concern with the clearing and the grade, ensure the risks associated with the blasting as are identified sufficiently with the safety precautions are put in place. Table 33, typical minor requirements of environmental conservation. Ensure topsoil stripping is conducted in accordance with environmental specifications. Table 34, typical monitoring requirements of clearing, monitoring adherence with the condition for the non-approval, not noted in all approval and permits issued. Clearance limited to the vegetation of the approved with the right of way of the approved work area with the monitoring of the proper placement of the elbow, the removed tree with the brush with the adjacent right of way to identify the area of the additional clearing on the previously out of scope of the work may be required to ensure the contractor will be stripped of the south of the soil of the topsoil of the before grading right of way, store in all right of way, then ensure the topsoil subsoil is kept to separate stockpiles, identify potential delay of the planned work. Alright, 35, the typical monitoring requirement of temporary workspace, ensure the construction manager, the chief inspector approval to push out with the place of the prior instruction, push outs along with the outer edge of the pipeline right away with the construction, improve the areas only, ensure temporary workspaces are usually adjacent to the permanent right of way to be used for the construction purpose of storage of the excavated material, grubbing, salvage, built timber has been approved with the construction manager, chief inspector designated if required. Table 36. Typical monitoring requirements, the access road preparation monitoring for the adherence to the L, the requirements identified by the project road with agreement to ensure the contractor on only subsoil, topsoil of the building and road approach with ensure clearing, grading contract with the operator with the only designated with the permanent access with the road with the work area with the monitor or contractors compliant with the load limit of the roads and the bridges with itself with the roadway, road use agreement with respective authorities, ensure use of the massive clearing span bridge of the water crossing culverts filled, material can be constructed during the winter, ensure the frosting of the driver and driven into the ground for us packing the work side of the right and the right away. During winter, ensure the use of the mats and clear span bridge of the water crossing from where snow fills and ice bridges cannot be constructed. Table 37, the typical minor requirements of the gates and fences. Ensure contractor builds and replace the fences, install the gates if they cross the pipeline with the route of the landowner of the owner company. Specification, check if the fences are properly braced and the face gates will close and can be properly secured. Ensure watch persons present at open gate with the controlled livestock if required. Table 38, typical minor requirement of the buried facility. Ensure only subsoil will not the topsoil achieve the construction earthen ramp. The earthen ramps are only construct a minimum height with width above the natural ground surface of the point with the crossing specified with the crossing agreement. Ensure line is reviewed on ongoing basis to drive the landowner with third party utility owner concerned. Conform all construction activities of the specified distance away from the proposed crossing. Alright, table 39, typical monitoring requirement, the timber processing. Ensure that the only approved equipment is used. Cut off type of the 12 equipment to cut off trees by hand. Ensure specimen of the tree with the shrubs are identified with environmental protection. Add a mark with protect with both along the marginal right away of the workspace with approved method. Rubber tires, safety fences. Record exact species and location specimen trees, shrubs to assist with the replanting of the replacement digging during cleanup of the restoration phase. Ensure clean contracting obtained with approval of the construction manager and chief of the inspector before pushing any tree timber outside of the right of way with the cutting any retrieve off the right of way. Ensure contractor fell tree with the minimum of the butt shatter breakage short of the within the right of way. Conform contractor bring the contractor back with the right of way. The process of the trees fell down outside of the right of way. Ensure the cuts to retrieve the per contractor requirement. The branch if the remove of the standing free outside of the right of way. If the required, confirm contractor cut the D-limb skid for the stockpile re-merchant limited for the designated area. Monitor adherence to specific requirements, salvage, storage, and removal associated with it may be specific to the type of landowner. Conform need of the monitoring operators, operation timber scale to calculate the volume of the weight of the timber stockpile to facilitate contractual payment to confirm the specification, segregation, merchant timber according to the project specification. Ensure the contractor refrain from the skid typing timber through the partially thawed, muddy ground, watercourse, water bodies, and wetlands. Ensure the on land significant slope of the if any direction, remove the brush and tree the minimum of the root system. They left intact to prevent slope erosion. Monitor adherence with the special condition. Dispose of the tree with a hillside. Ensure the right of way and cleared and all tree with the brush for the debris, preventing mixing with the excavated soil with the return of the dirt ditch during backfill. Ensure solve the topsoil with the clear with the root of debris. Timber removal of the water course with ensure the timely notice for the given that all agree with the part of the before starting work near the creek of the water course. Ensure adherence to any of the specific requirements associated with the timber removal near the water course. Ensure the contractor plan with the preparator to van for the moving equipment across the water course. Ensure existing water crossings are used where possible. Ensure the trees and shrubs and riparian vegetation are preserved as much as practical, with also near all water courses to address the operation and safety concerns. Ensure proper approval prior to installing temporary crossings across ditch and drainage. Ensure that only approved types of temporary crossings are installed over the water course. If no bridge exists, approve of the temporary crossings may include clear span bridge, ice bridge, snow bridge, built with clean snow, flumes and rock fill. Ensure topsoil is never used to fill streams crossing. Ensure trees are felled out of the way of the water course. Ensure all felled trees are removed of the water course immediately. Ensure no breeze and fall deposits into the water course. Ensure rip and zone on either side of the water cars are cleared by hand and left with approval of the construction man with the chief inspector with the designated that has obtained with the machine clearing with the independent depending on the soil condition. Ensure the timber stockpile of the sites are located on top of the soil with away from the water course with adequate working of space for piling of load logs. And timber salvaging, ensure clearing contractor cuts and delimit the stockpiles merchant with the timber over the owner of the company's specification condition outlined with the landowner, forest management, public landholder agreements. Consult environmental inspector for the timber salvage regarding the merchant timber for the period of the meet. The specification construction manager, chief of the inspector for the designated clean contractor decision how to proceed. Ensure the timber stockpile will clear before the pipeline construction ends. Construction stacked outage on the work side of the right of way, easier loading of the logging trucks. Ensure stacked timber is not located in forest area, great areas, muskeg areas, wetlands. Ensure log decks are sized adequately accommodated. Loading of equipment will be located in accordance with the preference. Existing clearing areas, approved temporary workspaces, area of the non-merchantable timber, areas of merchantable timber. Ensure deck logs are stacked in button squares, facing same direction. Proper operation for picking up. Alright, print timber and brush disposal. Ensure proper burn permits are placed. Ensure burning activities comply with the burn plan with the permanent stipulations, landowner requirements, environmental protection plan. Ensure continuous 24/7 monitoring during the controlled burn. Ensure fires are completely extinguished only once burn pile is consumed. Ensure burn locations only if the mineral soil will not pee with the muskeg wetlands. Contractor may have the strip of the organics replaced after burning. From stumps and roofs, the debris of the broken down with a smaller piece of the before burning. During winter, ensure the burn piles are placed in the ditch line. Avoid thawing of the frosted packed traffic lane over the work side of the right of way. Ensure burn pile is out of sight with the fire detection equipment, the fire eyes. Every burn pile is marked with a global position GPS and provide environmental inspection for the construction man, chief of the inspector location of all burn piles. Ensure all the residual materials from all burning are disposed of in the prior contract documents owner of the project specification. Ensure non-unburned timber brush, which can mix with spoil mat materials, is in disposable residue. Ensure boom piles are located as on a ditch away from the existing above ground facility to allow sufficient space for the stacking working. Ensure burning is undertaken near the body of the water course unless authorized by environmental inspector. If burning is not permitted, conform chip mulching conducted as part of the per contract specification. Ensure cleaning contractor hauls away all timber the brush for the right of way that cannot be processed above the means. Alright, table 40. Typical monitoring requirement for grubbing. Ensure the shovels are grubbed and other debris for the clear of the ditch line by store of the right of way. Ensure the leftover tree stumps are chipped and spaced for the heat. Specified height of the location grubbing not necessary on the workway and work side of the right of way. Ensure for the contractor to leave the many stumps if possible to maintain soil cohesion, compaction. Provide stable surface for the construction equipment of the vehicle for the on-ground public land. Ensure for the contractor to remove the stumps, spoil side of the right of way, including ditch line and freehold, including unapproved freehold original land could be agricultural productive. Ensure that the contractual grubs dispose of all subs and roots and ensure that the rocks are entire over the right of way. Typical 41, typical monitoring requirement of snow berms. Ensure snow berms are built with the owner company specification over the ditch line immediately after cleaning to prevent frost penetration in the pipeline trench. Ensure the gaps are left in the snow berms. Specified intervals allow passage for the livestock and the wildlife. Table 42, typical monitoring requiring grade rock blasting and removal of the confirmed blast pre-blast survey with a complete with the confirmed all approved blast plan is in place. Ensure the contractor has obtained permits to use within storage of explosives. Check with the only qualified drilling and blasting personnel are employed in the blasting operation. Ensure contractor seismic monitoring equipment for the blasting in place for the monitoring peak particle velocity limit. Ensure blasting notifications are in place, being clearly communicated. Monitor the loose rock and is also on the right of way adjacent land with the causing damage to equipment and property. Verify that the contractor picks up properly to dispose of any of the fly rock with blasting activities. Hard table 43. Typical monitoring requirements of swamps and muskets. Environmental clean character. Clean water. Muskets. Areas you with approve of the owner. Company procedure. Approve the environmental protection plan. Ensure tree cuts are flush to the terrain surface. Ensure stumps are flush for the terrain surface. Are not grubbed. Avoid unnecessary vegetation disturbance. Table 44, typical monitoring requirement of topsoil stripping, monitor records to start, end of the stripping segments of the width of the right of way, full ditch, spoil, and ditch only, monitor record stripping depth throughout stripped segments of the length of each of the depth, ensure all stripping equipment is prepared and stripping in accordance with the owner company's specific procedures. Or ensure the overhead power lines are marked with monitoring of the grade operation compliant with the owner company project specification procedures. Ensure the result of the grade meets of the alignment with the widths for the specified on the drawing. Check the line with the specific requirement of landowners. Confirm all additional temporary workspace has been approved prior to its use. Monitoring temporary fencing requirements. Ensure buried built facilities have properly located ramped owner company project specification. Ensure grade line vicinity water course and per owner company specification environmental protection plan requirements. Ensure equipment crossing at the water crossings are implemented correctly and compliant with the regulatory approval to ensure survey marks are not damaged or destroyed throughout the operation. Alright, 870, your typical output clearing grading inspection table 2046, typical reporting requirements. There are no incremental specific reporting requirements beyond those identified in Chapter 6.1 Pipeline Construction Inspector Fundamental Information. Daily completely clearing grading process and progress reporting, including work completed to date with the recorded length, location, temporary phase, record stop and saying changes, station and numbers, grubbing topsoil, stripping and grading and rock grade activities, record stripping depth, include the starting and stop changes, stations over each segment, related details, records for owner company forms of blasting activity. Our references, clearing and grading, not to be used for the reference information table 47 and 10 is a guide only with the evidence not exhaustive of the document's nature up to it, data frequently into the remainder of the responsible user, ensure that they are correct and most current with the document's references appropriate. Table 47, list of the reference clearing and grading, American Petroleum Institute, RP 1172, for the recommended practice for the construction parallel to existing underground transmission pipelines, Canadian Energy Pipeline Association, not applicable, the Pipeline Associated Watercourse Crossing. Alright, 9, stockpiling and stringing.